Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin continues to move really just sideways. I know it is a pain. Even today, while the altcoins are bleeding a little bit, which is good because a lot of them are due to complete their corrections soon. And without red candles, this is not gonna happen. So that's good to see. Bitcoin continues to move sideways, still in this ongoing range. Really, not much change, actually nothing since the last update, so it's just a quick update here to let you know we are still in this sort of bearish flag. At some point we don't call it a bear flag anymore because it's just too massive, but for now, it's just a range basically. The price dropped in a direct fashion on Friday, so far only in a three-wave move to the downside, which I call so far just three waves in an A wave. Okay, an A wave could be a three-wave move, so it might be finished. But as long as the price doesn't give me any indication that this initial drop down is finished, I assume that we might get another low in wave A, so 5 waves in wave A. Gonna take a look at that in a minute. And then we should get a wave B, which is a corrective rally, a relief rally basically, and then another move down in wave C of 4. That's sort of the ideal structure I'm looking at, A, B, C. And the fourth wave here, could sort of hit the region between 35k and 41,000. So overall, the fourth wave should finish in this overall support region between 35k and 41,813. Even though I typically only just add the 23.6 fib level initially because it's often a level where we see initial reactions. We have seen an initial reaction at this level. The 23.6 fib level, typically very weak for a fourth wave. It can be relevant. It is relevant, as we can see. The market doesn't really want to break below it. There's a reason for it because it's a key Fibonacci level for a fourth wave. But often it's only like a level where sort of in that region an A wave finishes, maybe even a little lower. Typically not where we would expect the entire wave to finish. So let's take a look at the 30-minute chart and let's take a look at the short-term bearish as well as short-term bullish options that are still relevant. And I still can see here in this sideways movement that this might form quite a complex W, X, Y, X, Z correction. So it might actually produce one more higher high. And then we might be dealing here with quite a complex structure, which completes then the wave 4, and then we could see the wave 5 down. That's at least something we need to consider. I mean, it can drop down at any point, but don't be surprised if in this range the market forms another high in wave Z. It's a rare corrective pattern, this very complex W, X, Y, X, Z. It normally doesn't really occur. So what I can also very well imagine is that this might just simply be a WXY, which is another complex correction, and we break down from here. But as I said before, I just need some evidence. We need to see a break below that trend line to really confirm here that the move down is happening. Until then, we're just range bound. But even if we are range bound for a longer period, as long as the price doesn't give me clear signals that this B wave is unfolding already, not that, which would be here, I have to assume that we are still in the A wave. That might change at some point. It is to a degree an interpretation, based on interpretation, subjective to a degree. Are we already in the B wave or is this still the A wave? For now, based on the pattern, how it looks, I assume we are still in the A wave. Bear in mind, if the price breaks, should the price break out of this range to the downside, there are previous swing lows that can provide some support, indicated by these gray lines. So all the previous swing lows, which might differ depending on which exchange you're looking at. Let's also add the VRVP volume profiles. See, this here is the price, the point of control, around 42.7k. This is the price, the price is dancing around basically, and the point of control is the price with the highest volume in the current range. So it's dancing around that, okay? It's dancing around that. Above the point of control, we have another cluster of volume, you could say, 43,800 pretty much. And that should provide some additional resistance. So what I could imagine is price might push a little higher, complete that Z wave, get stuck there, and maybe that's going to be the breakdown. I just want to highlight that this is another area where we might enter a choppy phase, so the market might slow down. It's quite obvious here on the VRVP. But yeah, that's always interesting to know where the VRVP is, the volume profile. It slows the price down typically, especially the point of control. So yeah, what else can I say? I mean, short-term bullish for me would require at the moment just a breakout of the flag to the upside, which can of course happen, but we would need to see that sustained breakout of the flag to the upside. There is no valid, I mean, short-term, in my opinion, no attractive long trade setup here at the moment. There is nothing really that would suggest that at this stage, no 5-wave move to the upside. Surely a B wave can go higher, but typically it's not recommended more generally to trade only for a B wave. That would not be the approach many Elliott Wave traders would take. But of course a B wave can happen, and the B wave could reach ideally this area between 44,220 and 47,300. This is the area with all these Fibonacci levels there on the chart where we would watch potentially for a reaction. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.